right, my fine folks, what the hell is going on? Light me an incense here. Let me see if this lighter work. I don't even know what there we go. Come on. It's a breeze in here, which is fucking with the process. Today the subject is the four wheels. I think I did I got my door open for some light, so it's I don't even know if this is my shirt. It fits, but I'm like, where the fuck this shirt come from? I didn't buy no shirt with this ugly ass pocket on it. But anyway, today, four wheels, and I think I did a video on this before. I'm not 100% sure. I'm almost 100% sure I did. There's something that just popped in my goddamn head about the four wheels, and those are the four, like the four foundations for like successful relationships and stuff like that. Not that it's unique, but it's something that I came up with. You know, there's probably some other folks out there somewhere that came out with the same shit and all that. We all deal with the same shit all the time. Folks come up with, similar little theories and whatnot. And it is what it is. But this is my personal take on stuff, which is, how I think about things. And usually, when I think about stuff like that, I think about, wheels on a vehicle. And like I say, most commonly, vehicles have four wheels. And what I have is, I got physical, financial, personality, and morality as the four wheels on your relationship vehicle. Now, I think one of these might be different from the last time I did this. Well, the name on this list might be different, but the concept itself, why the hell am I getting messages? The concept itself is the same. And it's like physicality. The physical is the easiest. It's the easiest thing to get across on this list. Physical attraction, the sexual part of the relationship, and that brings in sexual compatibility. And even forward looking from that, if your relationship lasts long enough, as far as things that y'all do, whether that evolves into whatever it evolves into. But as far as the initial relationship and just standard, just the standard way of life, what I'm saying, that's one of the things that has to be there, because nobody wants to be around. Now you can get past a bunch of that depending on how long you've been in a relationship and how much you actually care for the person that you with. But the physical part is, especially if you younger in age, up until whatever, because at a certain point in age, that won't matter. But a lot of us ain't there yet. At that point, you're not even worried about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You done been there, done that. You might still be with whoever, and y'all just existing together or whatnot. But even nowadays, you start thinking about that type of stuff. Just from trying to meet people, just the physical aspect of it, because that's one of them things that everybody want to sweep up under the rug. You know what I'm saying? At least when you dealing with the traditional dating type of people and whatnot. That's one of the things they want to save for later and all this other stuff, and then it don't, you know, shit don't work out, you know, either way, and the relationship go downhill because somebody was cheating or somebody ain't happy, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, it's one of the things. It's like anything else. You got that shit has to be there. It has to be there for anything long term. You know what I'm saying? The probability. You know, you know, you want to have all four of those wheels there, and it's a lot goes into that. Well, a lot can go into it, especially the more you open your mind up to the world itself. It just, man, all kind of shit can get thrown in there, and it can fuck up a lot of shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. But I'm 47 now, and since my sexual years began, look, it's a lot of things that went into that whole sexual box that I got. That if it hadn't got thrown into that box, you know what I'm saying, through my sexual experiences, that if that shit wasn't in there, my life would be a whole lot goddamn easier. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, you be missing chocolate if you ain't never had it, if you know what I'm saying. It's just like, goddamn. Not that you would expect a bunch of shit. You get the, you know, you're not expecting perfection. It's always a sliding scale, you know, with looks, and then when it comes to the sexual part of it, it's a sliding scale. You know, not everybody brings everything to the table. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna like everything you like for the most part. You might get lucky, you know what I'm saying? You might get lucky. You know, there's some people out there hit the goddamn jackpot when it comes to people in general. It's just, yeah. Like I said, I've run across some people that were just as, you know, retarded in bed as I was. Just like, yeah, like that weird ass shit too, and blah blah blah. But it was one of them things where it's just like, motherfucker is freaky as shit. But those women they always kind of on the hard on the eyes type of shit. You know, they either hard on the eyes or they big on the weight, or both. It's like, can I find a medium or slim chick that like to do all that shit? Why I always gotta be some big ugly motherfucker? Yeah, but yeah, it's, you know, I'm saying that, but it's like, I ain't always on top of somebody's list either. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been on on both ends of that spectrum. Well, I wasn't what people expected, and then other folks hadn't been what I expected. You know, it be like that some goddamn time. You know, it is what it is. But that's one of them things that had to be there in some goddamn degree. There's always compromises to be made, but that goes with everything. So, I guess that's it. As far as that part's concerned, it's pretty goddamn simple. But other than folks be wanting to sweep that shit under the rug, you know, keep kicking the can down the road, eventually it got to get done. You know, that shit got to get done. You don't be, you know, you be talking to certain people, it's just like, eventually you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you got to do it. You know, you just, you know, you want to get to know somebody. That's the fucking part. That's part of it. Getting to know somebody includes all four of these principles I got, and you can't do that until and it's the easiest one to do, to tell you the truth. It just it just is. It's the easiest one to do. It just at least if you're dealing with like some adults and y'all ain't just, you know, beating around the bush with shit. You like some shit, you know, whatever. Y'all get into it. Explain some shit. A lot of stuff that I put in my dating profiles and be like, you know, it's a whole lot of explaining to do. My sexual profiles, oh my goodness. My dating profiles ain't sexually explicit or nothing like that, but it's just the fact that, you know, things, you know, it's a lot that I put out there that most people wouldn't. And it's just like, this is shit that you need to know. So, you know all this stuff up front. Most people won't just up and give you a whole bunch of red flags. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people that will. I just up and give you a whole bunch of fucking red flags. all this is shit that I got to deal with. This is me, and this is, you know, the shit with me that I can't do much about. You know, it is what it is. You either like it or you can deal with it or not. You know, and either with all of this, it's one of the things where you can go in, you know what's what, and you can just start dealing with each other without trying to figure that much out. Some new shit might pop up, because like you said, we always changing and shit like that. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But yeah, that's, you know, that's it. I do that. And then I, you know, like I say, I go and I read all people's profiles, and they got all these glowing endorsements of themselves. You know, and I'm just, says you. Obviously, you like you, at least for the most part. You know, that's what like you would like to think of most folks, but you know, might not be shit to me. I know I ain't shit to nobody. I've been getting rejection messages. I be getting rejection messages like on dating apps, like I'm the fucking Jehovah's Witness around this motherfucker. Like I'm the one going door to door, knocking on people's door, trying to sell vacuum cleaners and shit. That's the treatment I get for the most part. You know, sometimes they'll look and be like, oh hell no, they'll act like they ain't there, or motherfucker answer the door. They just stare at you. They won't say shit. That is about as accurate as an analogy as I'm gonna come up with when it comes to that shit, because that's the fuck what it is. I'm still thinking I might start, when I do these videos that end up in my Lover's Lame playlist, where I might actually start screenshotting shit. You know what I'm saying? I might just actually start screenshotting shit and throwing them up, because the little software that I got on my phone I can do that. I just don't. I got enough. I like to be able to just go in there and 1, 2, 3, and then run it through the little thing and then upload it. But yeah, I could upload the little photos while I'm talking and have that shit pop up on the fucking screen so you can actually see the bullshit that be in the inbox. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, the physical shit, you know, as far as attractiveness, sexual compatibility, and stuff like that, is just, hey, you want to figure that shit out, you know, right? You gotta actually meet a motherfucker. No, you can't go by pictures. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, you know, you see good looking pictures and shit all the time. And if you've met a whole lot of people like I have, you know, sometimes, I ain't gonna even say, I'm not even gonna say all the time, but sometimes people could not look like their pictures, no matter how good it look. Or, you know, how fine they look in their pictures and shit like that. Like, people know their angles and shit. They take out. You don't see all these women take all these pictures in the same pose for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody in the same pose. The same pose. It's always the same pose. All this sideways shit, you know. See a motherfucker, you know, standing at a certain angle trying to hide the gut, or try to cock their leg back to make it look like they got some butt back there when they don't. You know, fucking push-up bras. I mean, I've seen pictures where motherfuckers got bras that, you know, you got, bam, shit be way up here. Then you look at another picture and they don't. I'm like, what the follow-up? Is that one of those pictures old, and one you have a breast reduction or something, or you had a implants? What is it? Because I'm looking at these pictures. You look real boobalicious in this one, and that one, you know, not so much. You know, like I said, it don't matter either way, but shit, man, you got both going on. That's just one of the things of just dealing with women in general. You just have to get used to motherfuckers not looking the fucking same. That's why I prefer running across people when I do without all this shit on. You know what I'm saying? I prefer some natural hair. Not saying that, you know, well, I ain't a fan of all fucking weird ass. I'm 47, you know what I'm saying? And well, I guess that ain't really got shit to do with it. I don't like all the weird ass colors in your fucking hair and shit like that. It's just not me. I don't complain about it because it ain't my hair. But it just I don't care for it. Why do I want to be walking around somebody with fucking lime green or hot pink hair? You know, but who didn't want to be walking around looking with, you know, my ugly ass? So, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where you keep it to your fucking self. Unless it's just something that's just truly outrageous. And like you say, that's subjective. That just depends on the person itself. What else I got on this fucking thing? Let's see. Personality. The personality match. You gotta spend time with people. You just do. You have to spend time with people. You have to talk to them. It's just like all the little complaining and bitching and stuff that I do for these videos, and I put them out there and blah 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 blah. You know what you know what it is? We never get to the personality. Everything is judged, including me. Everything is judged off of what's in the profile, if it's anything in there at all, and 1 or 2 messages in the inbox, which I am really guilty of because I got rules when it come to that shit. And apparently a lot of other women got rules because, like I say, I done got booted several times recently, and I ain't done shit. I'm talking about I ain't done shit. You get one of those, I'm not interested. You speak to somebody and that's all you do is speak. I ain't interested. Well, what the fuck? I mean, maybe they wouldn't read my profile and they wouldn't, you know, that's what it's there for. You know, you go in that profile and you read my shit and you don't like it and whatever. Goddamn. You be like, I ain't interested. Well, fuck, bitch. I didn't ask you for nothing. All I did was speak. You don't know what I could have been trying to offer you or I had to deliver to you. That's why I generally say I talk to everybody. It don't matter if it's a man, a woman, or whatever. They hop in my inbox. I talk to them like a decent person until they out of their lane. You know what I'm saying? If you a transsexual or something like that, and you in my inbox, you talking decent, then okay, we can talk. But once you start trying to flip, you know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know, you start trying to flip the shit where, you know, you read my profile, you just looked at my pictures probably, but if you read my profile, there's no, if you do as a transsexual, there's no reason for you to fucking message me at all if you read my profile. I ain't got nothing in there that's, you know, anti-gay or anti-trans or anything like that. It's just the fact that ain't nothing in there that says I'm homosexual, gay, bi, or anything.
Then figure out how to build the thing.
You know, my bio says straight. It's right there.
Less chaos.
You know what I'm saying? It's right the fuck there. So it ain't no reason for you to be messaging me. But you know, if somebody messages me and if the conversation is kept right where it's supposed to be, then ain't no thing. You know, but once you start trying to flip it, which they will once they, you know, they talking, once they figure out you ain't with it, they gonna go about their goddamn business. Same thing with women, you know. You talk to folks and, you know, they be looking for what they looking for. You can't really bash people for that, but, you know, I'm gonna bash them for that because I'm like, you don't get to know the people that you're running across. You don't. It's just like I don't get to know a bunch of people I'm running across because folks hit me up with them emojis and one-word messages, which I don't fucking do. If we got an exchange going and then I'm getting one-word messages and emojis back when I say something, well, how the fuck am I supposed to respond to that? That means I gotta keep making statements and shit like that. I done already made a statement. You didn't reply because I don't consider an emoji. I don't give it, you know, use it like a LOL or the laughing face or okay or whatever the hell it is. After I don't have nothing else, I don't have shit to say. I just, you know, usually I would type indeed. I don't even know what the fuck that means when I type it, but that's all I can come up with. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or a fucking thumbs up or I'm out the conversation until you have something to say. I done already said something. You gotta say something back. Tit for tat. So conversations come to an end real goddamn quick because I require mutual participation in the conversation, which doesn't happen. So we never get to that personality mail. You don't get to the point where you exchange your phone numbers or no chat, no shit like that. You don't get to the personality mail, which is What happened if you actually engage in a conversation with somebody? You can't engage in a conversation with somebody when you can't get them the type of fucking word. Or more than one word. You can't get a sentence out of somebody. You can't get personality. And on top of that, you can't get personality out of somebody if all they know how to do is the same tropes. You know what I'm saying? If all thing they know how to do is just bash you with fucking questions as soon as the conversation starts. Nah, well, I'm out the conversation right there because I don't find that shit entertaining at all. You know? I generally start talking to people like I start my videos. I just start fucking talking. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that roll with it. And some people don't know. It's like I'm fucking speaking Japanese. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm fucking speaking English, bitch. I know I am conveying my message, but they don't know how to process and respond to this shit because they used to having this same old generic ass conversation going back and forth where you just asking the same old fucking questions back and forth and all this other shit. Ain't no personality in that shit. And then I inject my personality into my greeting. And some people, you know, they appreciate that. They laugh and all this other stuff. But it don't go past that. You know, they don't go past that because usually a couple of messages after that, you getting fucking one word and emoji messages back and forth. I'm not gonna go into asking a whole bunch of fucking questions like I'm fucking, like I'm in an interrogation room or some shit like that. That's not what I do. That's not part of my personality, so I don't do it. I don't sit there and ask you a whole bunch of goddamn questions. If you want to tell me something, I'll let you tell me. I'll figure it out along the way. But other than that, just talk. I'll pick whatever I need to get out the conversation. I'll get your personality. And eventually, you know, shit'll come out along the way. Y'all figure out if y'all personalities match or not, or whatever the fuck, you know. If y'all compatible in that way, they don't have to be the same. You just have to be, I forget the fucking word. Amicable? I don't know. Whatever that fucking word means. You know, you just have to be, you just have to get the fuck along. You get along well enough to be able to get out and experience each other. And then you can grab somebody's personality. And I mean a real personality, not who they hop online to be. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know all these folks online. Just you know them personally. So you know all the shit they put online about themselves be bullshit for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You looking at their alter ego and shit like that, but like they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? They full of shit. You gotta get to know people. You gotta spend time with them. Enough time. I'm talking about real time, not just talking on the phone and shit like that. I mean, you know, several outings in various environments. Be able to see how somebody reacts to shit. That takes time. And even when you doing that, you can't be doing that just to get the result. You got to be out there doing shit in the moment, just enjoying yourself as you would always enjoy yourself. You know, engage in whatever you engage in the way you would always engage, along with this other person doing the same, engaging in whatever y'all engaging in as they would engage. They might not like it, you know. It is what it is. Like if I go to a concert, a show, or some shit like that, you know, you might go to a lounge or some shit like that. They might be having time of their life. You might not. You might just be like, man, well, shit, just be there like me. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of shit, you know, with hanging out with folks where I'm just there because they want to be there. I might have just been a vehicle to get that shit. So, yeah, you got to get that match, but you got to get down the line for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get down the line for that. That's an investment you got to put in to be able to learn somebody's real personality. And it's not difficult. It's just one of those things. It takes time. Most folks, no matter what people tell you a lot of these days, most, at least, you know, in my experience, no, they not looking for that. They online trying to find their next boo. You know, they trying to find their next boo, and I'm like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Because what happens is you on there, you searching for all this criteria and all this other shit, and people that you might be able to get along with are getting just pushed to the side because you in judgment mode. You know what I'm saying? You in judgment mode. You just You don't know that person. You know what I'm saying? I figured out a long time ago, which is why my dating profiles are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? It's why not every time, quite the fuck often though, because I just got that this past week, where somebody messaged me and I had a couple of comments about my profile from people that messaged me, and them having to ask me if the stuff in my profile is true. Why the fuck wouldn't it be true? Because it's not all positive. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole bunch of I'm great, you know, I'm wonderful, I'm loving and caring and blah 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 and all that other shit. Because it ain't full of that. It's me telling you that, you know, I'm stuck in the fucking house. It's not a pity party, but I tell you though, I'm pretty sedentary. I don't move around a lot. And then, you know, it's because my vision is fucked up and blah blah blah. So I don't move around a lot. You know, if I do, it got to be worth my goddamn time for me, to get out and about, because it costs money for me to do that. It costs a lot more than just me hopping in the truck and driving around and burning a few gallons of gas. You know what I'm saying? It costs me gas, you know what I'm saying, for me to get from whatever and back. Usually it costs me a tank of gas for most folks. It's like that. Whatever you fill up is what it costs for me to just go across town and get back. And I ain't gonna even say across town. I'm just talking about, baby, in between maybe 7 and 10 miles. Might cost me upwards, what, 40, 50 bucks for me to, you know, go out, you know, if I'm going out to meet and all this other stuff. That's right out the pocket. So, you know, you put stuff like that in your profile, and you know, some people can't deal with that. No, it is what it is. You don't stress about that shit. But that's why it's there. I ain't gonna sell myself. You know, that's why you got to get to the point of where you are ready to invest a little bit of time. It ain't got to be a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't want to be dating a bunch of people. I mean, they doing it anyway. But, you know, you got to be willing to spend some time with somebody. And then, you know, that can't be the only person you talking to. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with folks. Everything, you got to be able to deal with them on a platonic level. You know what I'm saying? And not have everybody got to be a romantic option. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm on here looking for friends that, you know, and see where it goes. No, why can't you just be looking for friends? Why it gotta be see where it goes? Or see what happens? Nah, see that fucks it up right there. All the personality goes right out the door because you already fixed on what you're looking for. You're gonna overanalyze whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna overanalyze whoever it is you're talking to. Because you got it fixed in your mind what you looking for, which is fine. You gotta have, you know, that's what that whole dating with a purpose shit is. You know, sound good when you say it, but that's why you on here all year saying the same goddamn thing. You know, that's why you on here saying the same. That's why I'm dating with a purpose. That's why you still single. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna be good enough. And the person that can be good enough ain't gonna get the time because he gonna get booted out real early. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk to so many, well, not now, but, you know, over the years, that's why I talk to people that come by. That didn't come out right. This is all like people that come by here, but you know, you folks you run across. That's why you talk to everybody. You know, that's why you blah blah blah. Now, as a woman, I can't really say that because I'm not a woman, but I know women are. It's not a one-to-one when you comparing the whole dating experience with a man. Like I say, we have to be aggressive, which is why I was talking about the swing. When I was talking about the swinger clubs and the swinger parties in the groups on Facebook that I was in, and somebody had asked about. You know, what would make you not want to go to a party or whatnot and some shit like that. And bunch of the women had their little comments and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, when you think about it, a lot of women have a problem with men at those parties being men. You know what I'm saying? They have a problem because it's our job to pursue. It is. You know, it's instilled in our personality for the most part. It is. And that's our job to go out and get. Because if you don't go out and get it, for most of us, it ain't going to just come. I can tell you that. And I done been on both sides of that shit. And I am on the wrong side of it now. Because it damn sure ain't coming by. It used to, but it don't no more. It damn sure don't no more. But there are also protocols and etiquette at parties and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you dealing with folks up there, they with their significant others, and it's, you know, especially when you dealing with parties where it's random people allowed. You know what I'm saying? Now I can see where that can be irritating. But basically, I mean, it's shit. You know, it's a man being a man. That's our personality. You know what I'm saying? That's a personality trait. Dude is in there. He ain't going to no party. He didn't get himself and pay extra to get into some goddamn swingers club to just. I mean, I would, but not to just. You know, I would go and sit my ass down somewhere, chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. That's what I do. I'm a wallflower. That's what I do. I'd literally be sitting there just like I'm sitting here now. I'd be looking a lot better, but generally the same. But dudes they going in there to try to get something. And you ain't gonna get shit sitting around like they with me. But then again, my attitude is to walk down. is to walk down and fuck all the cows instead of running down to fuck one. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I operate. So it is what it is. So I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about, but that covers all the fucking personality shit. Financial. Now, I know how people look at stuff traditionally, but we ain't living in traditional times, especially money-wise, because I ain't gonna say everybody's struggling, but everybody's struggling. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point that where everything is even the fuck out. You know? Everything is even the fuck out to where whoever you talking to, no matter what the fuck they look like, because you can't really tell by looking at folks what their finances look like. Got just as much as you got, because you know all these big fly motherfuckers be balling out of goddamn control. You know, motherfuckers might have a house, they have a truck, big car, fancy car, whatever fuck, they might have all that shit. But how upside down are they? How much in debt are they? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You know what shit look like. You know what shit look like on the outside, because motherfuckers be looking clean. They be looking like they got their shit together. Do they really? You know what I'm saying? Do they really? Because, you know, I'm telling you right now, dudes will go broke to look like they just own it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all to show out for the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Women would do shit because, you know, it could either be to look good for a dude or to show out for women. Dudes do shit for the pussy. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just think about it. Well, I was about to make a statement that I have no idea about none of that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You see how our traditional dude, he goes, not everybody, we all know everybody ain't like this, but just, you know, get a dude that's flashy and blah 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 and got all this other shit going and just, and he got the name brand, whatever the fuck. It could be casual or just straight up or suit or whatever the fuck. You know, he got the fucking vehicle, you know what I'm saying? And more likely, it's a motherfucker with the vehicle that you don't have to put rims on. That's when you know you balling. When you buying a fucking vehicle that you don't have to put rims on. That motherfucker is stock for a reason. Why would you fuck it up with some goddamn rims? I can afford some shit you could put some rims on, goddamn it, shit. Yeah, I was like, shit, I can afford some shit you can put some rims on. This the shit that you don't have to put rims on. The shit that if you put rims on, motherfuckers be looking at you like, huh? Really, nigga? You know, but we all know that type of people. But I was supposed to think about how many gay people do you know that do that? Now, before I made this statement, I was having to think about how many gay people do I know? Like, for real. I mean, when you want to think about it, I know a few. None of them fit in that category, but I don't know enough to be like, okay, there's some gay dude that just flossing like some straight dude that you know, like some gay dude that just look like he in a rap video. And then I have to think about it. Some of the gay rappers I've seen that kind of look just like everybody else. Yeah, it's like the shit that pop in your head after you done already figured out a thought that you was gonna say. Then I'm like, huh. I done been to a Big Frida concert or some shit. Excuse me, goddammit. I done been to a Big Frida concert, shit. God damn it. That shit popped in my head as I was saying it. I done been to a Big Frida concert, so goddamn it. I didn't go that particularly for that. They just happened to be at that festival. But goddamn it, I was at that concert and I was aware who Big Frida was before I went. I'm just glad I wasn't close up on the stage. I was way back by one of the other stages when I was performing. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. But yeah, as far as finances go, you just don't know. And my whole thing with that is you want to make sure it's not, you want to make sure that somebody is financially, I don't know what the fucking word is. I'm getting a whole lot of that lately. I'm getting old. It's not if they broke or if they got money, but their attitude towards money. That's what it is. You know, it's their attitude towards money. Because it's just like this. I'm sitting here in this house, like right now, while I'm sitting here, I'm on disability. You see this shit? I'm blind as fuck. You know, I have to sit here because I got my front door open with my shades on because that light irritates my eyes. And this is a cheap way. I got my front door open so I could let some light in, even though I do have that light on, but that's just because I'm recording right now. And what the fuck was I saying? God damn it! I know I ain't the only person that do that. I was saying something about some light. What the fuck that have to do with money? Oh man, boy, goddamn brain, man. Maybe I need to soak my head in some hot water or something like that. Get the circulation going on up here now. Anyway, but let me go back. Start the fuck over. Maybe I can get it. Like I said, ain't no editing going on here. All this shit gonna be in the video. I was about to talk about women. Oh yeah, I'm sitting here on disability and all this other shit. And, you know, money-wise, you know, shit, I'm on disability. I'm not fucking rich and shit like that. But I'm the person that people hit up when they need money. And these are coming from working ass females. Some of which are on disability too. And that's why, you know, the attitude towards money, I'm like, I get a disability check. You get a disability check. You get a disability check. You work. You know what I'm saying? You work. But why y'all always broke? You know what I'm saying? You're a woman. And I can make a whole bunch of comments about women being broke and shouldn't be broke. But, you know, that wouldn't come off great. Not that I would agree with it, but I would, you know, the reason why I'm sitting around the house now would kind of fucking back that up. You know what I'm saying? Would kind of back that up. You know, why the fuck are you broke? The same reason I can't get no pussy, because once I cut my Cash App off, all the pussy dried up. And I know I ain't the only motherfucker. You know? I ain't the only motherfucker. You know, you see your Cash App dried. I'm not. Every time I see you, you need a favor. Fuck that. You know, that type of shit. But you know, you always, you got this, you got that. Like, well, shit. Why the fuck don't you die? I'm like, shit, I get a disability check just like you do. Shit, I got bills and shit I gotta pay. You know, I got insurance I gotta pay because I got a vehicle out there that I don't fucking drive. Because you have to keep the vehicle ready just in case of emergency. You gotta, either I gotta hop my blind in there, ass and drive for some reason, or have somebody else hop in that bitch so the truck is insured. But other than that, what the fuck? You got a whole functional vagina over there. It's a market for that. You know what I'm saying? It's a market for that. And before anybody start come at me sideways, like I said, pussy dried up when my shit dried up. So, you know, once I couldn't do no more favors, I wouldn't get no more pussy. So why the fuck are you broke? Cause I know I ain't the only goddamn dude. Once I kind of realized that I was kind of paying for the coochie just one for one, man, fuck that. You know, I want people that I would do favors for you all goddamn day long. You know what I'm saying? If you need it. But in that case, you know what I'm saying? No, thank you. It's weird. Even though as a man, you do that your whole life. You always, you know, you paying for the coochie one way or another. That's just it. Who the hell paying for all these dates and paying for the rides and you pick and put motherfuckers up or sending Ubers for people and all this other kind of shit and all the sponsoring the motherfuckers that we doing. It's the same reason I'll tell you about motherfuckers showing out. It's for the pussy. That's it. That is it. But it's motherfuckers going all out on this shit. You know, that's what you need to figure out about people. It's not how much money they got, it's their attitude towards it. You know, if you run across somebody that make a lot of money, well, if they wasting it all, then what the, you know? It ain't doing nobody no good if they just wasting it. You know, somebody that's on a treadmill, they just running and shit, they ain't going nowhere. That's fine. You know, you get a hold of somebody like that. It don't matter, you know, what financial situation they in. It might be a reason you can deal with it, but you got to make sure that it don't affect your stuff. That means ain't no joint bank accounts, ain't no none of that shit. You got yours, I got mine. A lot of people don't agree. A lot of the dudes out there be like, a woman of mine ain't gonna pay for shit. Ain't no woman. That's good for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's good for fucking you. But usually those type of dudes have women that's fucking other dudes. You know what I'm saying? My woman ain't paying for nothing. My woman. Yeah, that's fine. Better give her the smell test when she get home. She smell like goddamn Ivory soap as soon as she walk through the goddamn door. You better start taking some shit. Yeah, here you go. You only get $20 this week, bitch. You come in here smelling like soap 3 times a week. Fuck wrong with you? We don't even use that kind of soap in here. We use Dial in this house. You come in here smelling like fucking Irish Spring. Fuck wrong with you? You can at least fuck with a Zest, nigga. Yeah, but when it comes to finances, that's what you gotta do. Cause you know, even all it's like, why all the time I run across motherfuckers that's broke. At one point, all the women I would run across made more money than I did when I was working. Which, I mean, I wasn't making a whole lot of money, but you know, all my girlfriends and shit made more money than I did. You know, you know, it's just, man, what the fuck is up with that? Ain't nothing up with it. I got my money, they got theirs. You know, you get together, y'all want to do something, y'all both paying for it together, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the main reasons I broke up with one of my girlfriends, because it wasn't like that. I was one gifting and buying and doing all kind of other shit. I needed a favor and I couldn't get shit. And that's somebody, you know, that's somebody that you've been with for a couple of years. Like, oh shit, it took me that long, you know, it took you that long to actually need some help and then you couldn't get it. Fuck you. Bounced up out of that shit quick. At least one, I bounced up out of it quick. Well, I mean, we was both bouncing. We was in and out. You know, y'all know how relationships work. But, you know, that shit was, fuck that. You know, whatever. Maybe my fuck that button is too close. I need to put that bitch across the goddamn street or somewhere. I gotta walk over and hit that bitch. Get some time to think before you get there. But man, my fuck that button is like right there. It's right there. When it comes to stuff like that, if I come to find out you selfish, I ain't. Especially when I've been the opposite. Nope. And you have to think about. I don't really think about that a whole lot. Like I say, I don't ask a lot of questions. When it comes to finances, you know what? I got enough shit going on around here to worry about. I am not worried about yours. If whatever you got going on, that's on you. Don't bring it over here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't bring it over here. Don't be, I need such and such. Nah, I can't help. I need it too. You know, whatever you asking from me, I need just as much as you do. God damn it, I just got a goddamn bill from Harris County, goddamn it. So I ain't trying to get none of that shit. I don't pay no goddamn rent, but I tell you what, them goddamn property taxes come. Them motherfuckers come on time and when they not supposed to. Ain't nothing free. You don't own shit. You don't own a goddamn thing. But what else we got going? As far as finances, that's pretty straightforward right there though. They don't matter how much money they got. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's a woman, or I don't even, because I don't know how it is to run across no rich ass dude. I mean woman, but I don't know what it is to run across a rich dude either. Because I don't swing that way. But you know, as women, you know, if you run across a motherfucker with money, you know, you might be running across one of them controlling ass motherfuckers, and that's one of them things where the finances and the personality kind of come in the same thing, where you got to be like, he money, whatever, but that motherfucker, is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, that's his money, it ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all ain't married. You might be trying to get up in there, you just want to make sure in there is where the fuck you want to be. And I tell you, that shit ain't like what you be seeing on TV. It might be if you're watching Lifetime. Stay away from that shit. But the finances is real simple. Just have your own shit together and make sure that whatever other people got going on financially ain't affecting you. You know what I'm saying? That's as simple as I can put it. The last one is morality. And I ain't gonna say that you can mix that up with personality, because you can have two motherfuckers with compatible personalities, but their moralities don't mix at all. And morality in this sense would just go towards mainly religion. But you know, the way the world is today, shit goes past religion to where what you think about politically and all this other shit, you know, how you would vote and what your views on this, that, and the other is and shit. And that's one of them things that, as far as morality, you know, asking somebody what religion they is simple. Don't mean shit. Because somebody that's, you know, a lot of people out here are just as bigoted. If you're one of those people that don't like people because they not the same religion as you, you're a bigot. You might not like it, but you know, you're a bigot. And it comes across a lot. Folks be like, you know, I think on my dating profile, yeah, I got that I'm not religious. And people want to know what you are and shit like that. I ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nothing. That's a label I don't need. You know, when it comes to that, what are you? I ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm unlabeled because it ain't nothing to label. You know, what you are don't fucking matter to me. You know, it don't. As long as you don't tell me you part of some weird ass religion or some kind of cult shit that's doing some weird ass blood sacrifice type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, as long as you ain't doing some shit that's involving the harm of other people, whatever. That's you. You know what I'm saying? But I know that it's a lot more complicated than that because, well, I don't have to worry about that. A lot of times if you're younger, you got to worry about it. What if you get to somebody and they have kids and blah, blah, blah. You know, how would you want to raise? I ain't got to worry about that. They ain't having no kids. You know, I'm past that point in my life where I got to worry about kids and shit like that. If you already got kids, you raise your kids how you been doing. I ain't trying to change that shit. Now, if your kids ask me some shit about my opinion, I'm going to give it. You know what I'm saying? And if they take my opinion to heart, that's on them, not on me. I just tell them what I think, if it's anything to think, and that's it. Same thing with people. A lot of times, you know, folks, they want to talk and they bring it up and they want to talk about it. I don't want to even discuss that shit. That's not something I take interest in. I don't take interest in religion at all. I don't. Now, there's bits and pieces of a whole bunch of shit that built me up as I am. But just as, if I'm going to identify myself as a Muslim, a Sikh, or being a Taoist, or Zen, or anything like that, no. Nah. That big fucking yin yang tattoo I got on my fucking back might say different, but I like that imagery. That's all it is. I like the imagery. And that's all it is. I like the concept. The concept where when you want to, that I just start talking about it, you bring up Taoism and shit like that. It's about nature and balance and the ebb and flow of positive and negative and all kind of. It's not as much as religion as it is philosophy, but it's as far as all of this shit, it's the closest thing that I can relate to because it's all tangible. And ain't too many religious things. I think Confucianism is based on like societal norms and rules and shit like that. Not really religion, it's philosophy. But Taoism is more how shit is and how stuff operates. I can get with that. Do I need to label myself and live my whole life by that alone? Nope. I don't. And the thing about it is, the people in that world will tell you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They will tell you the same thing. It's all about balance. If you Christian and you believe in this, or you Hindu and you believe in that, that's fine. It all goes together. You know what I'm saying? All goes together. It's all blip, 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 blip. You get it? Alright. You won't get that from none of these Christian motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Too many of them. Woo! I ain't talking about all Christians. I'm talking about the Christians that Christians don't like. We all know them motherfuckers. You're like, oh man, this shit here. Come on, goodness. You know, oh man. And I stay to myself all the time, so I don't run across a whole lot. But I'm assuming I run across a bunch of those people when I'm online, because it's like, hey man, you are, if you don't believe in God, the Creator, and all the Bible, all this other stuff, then what do you believe? How do you, when they start, what do you think? How do you think we got here? And how do you think? I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, all that shit is unknowable. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. By the time we got to the point to where we were smart enough to keep record of whatever the fuck we was doing at the time, paint little stick pictures of animals and shit inside of caves and stuff. By the time we got to that point, the origin just is well beyond what we can recall. All we can do past that is make shit up. You know what I'm saying? Even when you gonna start looking out into space and people tell you, yeah, this is this, that, and the other. I mean, shit, anything in this solar system we don't know shit about. Motherfuckers start telling you about other galaxies and how the fucking stars are expanding and the universe is steadily expanding and all kind of other. I'm like, if all this shit is still moving, why the fuck it still look like it did however many years back? At least, at least to us. Maybe this shit is moving. It's moving extremely fast, but for us, it ain't moving quite fast. All that shit is just well beyond us. You know what I'm saying? But we got to this point, so we got to keep looking out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep looking out. As far as we know, we the only motherfuckers here. So we gotta make up shit, to kind of steady our own brains and until we find shit otherwise. People don't be wanting to hear that. They gonna bring up some Bible stuff. I'm just like, okay. That's what you want to believe, believe. I ain't gonna tell you not to. I'm gonna tell you to keep it to yourself, because that's the biggest problem when it comes to that whole thing. When it comes to the religious part of this whole morality thing we got going now is, keep shit to yourself. Now I know the Bible, the few things I do know about the Bible is that you're supposed to be out there spreading this shit, but you see where that done got us. For the most part, you see that shit done got us for the most part. It got a whole bunch of. That's how we got all these fucking Spanish and French and English motherfuckers all over the fucking globe. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? You go through history and you start figuring out all these places that were occupied by the French and the English and the Spanish. That ain't nowhere near English, France, or Spain. English, France, and Spain is right there on that fucking Western Europe. They all right there. Even Portugal. For a long time, I thought Portugal was in South America. It's funny. But it's not. It's right there on the ass end of Spain. It's just they right there. Those people right there ended up all over the place with their fingers in everybody's business. You know what I'm saying? Which is baffling to me, because I'm like, how could you got a whole country, especially for all that shit, the motherfuckers that ended up in Eastern China and shit like that. Like how the where the Philippines and all of that South Sea shit in the South Pacific and even up towards Hong Kong and all that shit. And England is way the fuck over there. How the hell you even get over here with enough people to disrupt all that? Yeah, my tone started to change. I hate the whole colonizing missionary type of shit. I'm like, leave people a fuck alone. And that's my thing when it comes to that whole religious part of morality is you got what you got, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be out here spreading people. I might tell people what I think, but I'm not telling you that you need to be thinking the same way. It's the same thing when I run across people online and they want to bring up some religious. I'm not even interested in that. And the rest of that stuff, when it comes to the morality part, is right along with the personality stuff. You got to spend time with people to figure out what they really think about right and wrong, or their attitudes on right and wrong. Because a lot of people think some shit is right, a lot of people think some shit is wrong. I'm not talking about letter of the law shit, because there's a bunch of shit in the law that I don't think is wrong. Your ass will go to fucking jail for it, but I don't think it's fucking wrong. You know, I don't. It's just whatever. To me, I just shrug my shoulders with it because it ain't shit I do. But either way, I'm like, oh well. You know, and then you can fall on the extreme end of any of that shit. But, you know, because like I say, it's all the fucking sliding scale. But you have to spend time with people to figure that shit out. You know, can you leave a motherfucker in your house by themselves before they start looking around and picking up shit or something like that? You know what I'm saying? You gonna motherfuckers start looking through your shit. They might not even start stealing shit, but they start looking through your shit, stuff like that. You know, then some people might steal some of your shit while you got your back turned and stuff like that. You know? Can you let a dude hold your fucking purse? You know what I'm saying? Or can you let a motherfucker watch your kid while you run to the store right quick? Can you? And I'm talking about some, down the line type shit. Now, ain't no motherfucker just gonna leave you with their goddamn kid. A small kid. You know what I'm saying? And if they just met you, that's fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think so. There's people out there that fucking will. You just gonna leave somebody with their kid while you just, why would you do that? You watch TV much? Or even with a teenage kid or some shit like that. You leave some strange dude or some strange chick with your teenage son or daughter. That shit goes both ways now. And I ain't talking about it goes both ways. Both ways. It goes both ways. Both ways. It don't matter if it's female or male. There's some dudes out there that are probably dating you because your younger you is fine as fuck. And it's probably motherfuckers be knowing about they goddamn children. You got a teenage daughter or son, and you leave them alone with your new boo. See what the fuck happened. And you got to know where shit falls on the morality train. And on that scale, where does it fall? Some people, it ain't like it don't happen. It ain't like it don't happen. And you never know what goddamn opportunities or situations you might get put into. I guess it just depends on your perception which one of them terms you want to use. But yeah, you fuck around and you sitting in there, you chilling. Mom had to go up the street for a little bit, and you sitting there, and 16, 17-year-old such and such come down there. You see you Or see me or whoever the fuck she see. Like I say, these days it don't matter, man or woman. Don't fucking matter. You don't know what the fuck liable to happen. Goddamn mom come back in the house, both of y'all smoking cigarettes. I can't help it. Anytime I laugh for real, I start coughing and shit. Come back in the house, y'all both smoking a cigarette and shit. I'm like, what the fuck y'all smoking in my house? Oh, sorry. Where the fuck y'all even get cigarettes from? What the fuck going on in here? He said, yeah, we had to light up some cigarette smoke to cover up this smell up in here because it smelled like straight up ass. The good kind, not the stanky kind. Be like, who been making tuna fish up in here? I'm hungry. Yeah, but that's the morality thing. You gotta get to know people and get to know their sense of right and wrong and where they fall up on there and their views on the world in general. And like I say, it's different for personality because even if all that morality shit is different, y'all can still have a personality where y'all enjoy each other's company and stuff like that and being around each other. But when it come to this shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit can be polar opposite. It be like that because I've been in conversations with people and we got along fine until the conversation went from a personality to a morality thing, and then it just went, because y'all having the same morals in general is one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna match you. You know what I'm saying? It's not. The personality is what you're gonna match. That's what's that's gonna decide whether you can, bond with somebody just because you believe in the same shit, as far as right and wrong and all this other shit. That won't make you like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That won't make you like a motherfucker. So, but it's also a part of that thing where that's one of the wheels they gotta be on there. It's one of the 4 wheels. Now, depending on the vehicle, and the vehicle depends on the type of relationship. Now, if you really want a really long-term relationship, all 4 of those wheels gotta be there. Now, that don't mean that one of them wheels won't go flat or be a little wobbly, but all 4 of those wheels gotta be there if you want the fucking vehicle to operate and move like it's supposed to. Now, you can have 3 of those. You can have 3 of those and go just fine. You got 3-wheel vehicles out there all the time, but they not as stable as 4 wheels. The more wheels you take off, the more exciting that the relationship has potential to be. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 wheels, everything is there, blah, 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 you all good, whatever. 3 wheels is not as stable, but depending on which one of them 3 wheels is, it's like, it's like a 3-wheeler. You get out there, this is what I'm doing. But that's some shit that you don't do that all the time. That 4-wheel shit is something that's your everyday shit. The 3-wheel, it's not really your everyday type of thing. It's not. It works. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting, blah, blah, blah. But like I say, those wheels, if it's only 3 wheels, then those 3 wheels have to be a little bit bigger. Be a little bit more of a match. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it, unless you like a tricycle or some shit. You look at a 3-wheeler, the wheels are a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because those things, you ain't, if you don't steer that bitch quite right, you flip that bitch over. That's the nature of the thing. And the same thing with 2 wheels. And depending on which one of them 2 wheels is, we all know about the pocket rocket, baby. We all know about the motorcycles. Even some bicycles, depending on how you ride them. That shit is exciting. That's usually physical and personality. All the rest of the shit go out the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? The whole morality thing probably ain't one of the wheels by a long shot. You know, it's either personality, sex, or physical, or financial. You know, because financial can bring a whole lot of excitement. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So it's either it's either two of those three wheels, and that can go for a while, but it's not stable. I done fell off a motorcycle before, so I damn sure know it ain't stable. Yeah, I done damn near fell off a motorcycle just trying to pull off at the fucking light, because all the conditions got to be great. It's exciting, but if it's raining, then not so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you was a motorcycle rider and it's raining or bad weather outside, yeah, that motorcycle is in the fucking garage. You know, you live somewhere in the wintertime or some shit like that, that motorcycle is in the motherfucking garage. You can only pull that shit out at certain times. Now, when it comes to wintertime, well, you know, you got some, you know, like I say, 4-wheel shit is the best. You gotta treat them wheels up. Sometimes you're going through a lot of snow, blah, blah, blah. You know, and you fuck around, even with the 3 wheels, you know, the 4 wheels is the best. 3 wheels might work for you depending on the type of vehicle, because if you look through motherfucking shit that can be riding through the ice or snow, a lot of that shit might not be 3 wheels, but it's 3 supports. Even with the little snowmobiles, the little snow things, got the 2 little skis and the tractor thing on back, it's still 3. One of them is bigger than the other 2, but it's still 3. You know what I'm saying? Little snowmobiles or whatever the fuck. But even them shits, you know, you gotta watch yourself. you know, you can't just hop on no 3-wheeler, no regular 3-wheeler in that shit. You know, so but even when you don't have all the wheels, all the other wheels, you don't have all 4, then 3 of those wheels gotta compensate for 4. That means the wheels are a little bit bigger. If they not, your ride gonna be fucked up. Now for the 2, like I said, it's not stable at all. It's fun, but it ain't stable at all. And it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Before you have a spill, you can get up, get back on, but you just gotta know that your ass is gonna fall sooner or later. If you ride a motorcycle or anything like that and you hadn't fell off, well, you just hadn't fell off yet. You know what I'm saying? You just hadn't fell off yet. And those are the analogies I use. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, my secret to all of this shit is that I know all of those 4 things are not gonna be there from the start. It's not. All those 4 things ain't gonna be there from the start. But I know all 4 of them things gonna have to be there by the time we start talking. Somebody start talking to me about relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want to get up there and start talking about relationship shit, and you ain't got nail tire on that vehicle yet. I don't even know if I like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be even talking to somebody about relationships, because me personally, I don't have an opinion on the shit. Why am I talking about relationships with you? You know what I'm saying? When I don't even know you. Because that's when that shit comes up. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just end up in some random ass conversation about other people or some shit. Just talking about my rant, I could give somebody this fucking shit I just went over. Will they find that shit entertaining? Maybe, maybe not. But I've done it before. I think I know I've had this conversation with at least 2 people, and they was like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I understand and blah blah blah. But every time I talk to somebody about some shit like that, and they be like, I understand, and you know, that sounds about right, and all the other shit, I know people fucking disappear. Because I done poked holes in everything they done thought they was for to try to do. Now we ain't with that shit. No, I'm not. Shit, fuck that. You trying to get in the goddamn car and drive down the street, and then you not even on hubcaps. There ain't no wheels on the car. The car is on bricks. Where the fuck is you going? You put some wheels on that goddamn car. You gotta put at least 3. The car ain't going nowhere with 3 wheels on it, but you at least gotta act like you trying to put some wheels on that bitch. And it take time. It take time to put wheels on that car so you be able to drive that car up the goddamn street without tearing the shit up. And that's, and that's what people are not wanting to do, because that shit takes time. That shit takes time. And folks want to keep up whatever moral upstanding they got, but I'm like, look, you need to be able to do this shit unemotionally. Don't get attached to motherfuckers and none of this other shit. You can operate with folks like that and not get attached to them, But you need to be able to do that shit down the line and be able to pragmatically operate that shit and be able to cut the shit loose when it don't work, so you can move on to something else. That's it. But you have to be able to. You got to be able to work with all those wheels. You can't be like, yeah, we put this wheel on and this wheel on. No, we're going to leave this wheel off. No, bitch, that wheel goes on. Of course, that's the sex wheel. Yeah, that wheel goes on. That need to be the first motherfucker you put on that bitch. Because if that sex wheel don't work, a lot of times that sex wheel don't work, then that car ain't going no goddamn way. And if it was moving, it's about to stop. It's a leak in that motherfucker or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing motherfuckers do. All the rest of that shit you gotta kind of figure out. Even the sex shit you gotta figure out, because you meet people and all this other stuff. A lot of times you ain't just up being a pervert with a motherfucker. You just running across for the first time if y'all decide to do something. A lot of times you gotta ease that shit in there. That's the way it is. But as I'm saying that's the way it is. A lot of times women be worried about body counts and all that. Who the fuck give a fuck about that body count? I don't. I got a high ass body count. Give a shit about it. I can't even remember all the people out there at 6 months. I just know it's 0 now, motherfucker. All the other shit don't matter. That's my point. It don't fucking matter. I need to worry about what I'm doing right now. If the next relationship I plan on being in is gonna be the relationship I plan on being in, this shit, they gotta be fucking right. And we all got our do's and don'ts and requirements and all that other shit. We just do. We humans. We all have our, unless you just, I don't know what they call them kind of people that just, it's, whatever. Do whatever the hell somebody else want. Never nothing for themselves, or them type of people. It's just, But that's hey man, like I said, right along with everything else, you got to figure that shit out. But I'm like, man, why wait and put it last? You got all this other stuff, and then you want to wait until you done already got in the car, started the motherfucker up, and start trying to, and then you want to try to put that wheel on the car right before, after you done already got in and started the car up. Put the goddamn wheel on the car, and the wheel ain't the right side. You could have fixed that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You could have made sure you had the right size wheel a long time ago. Shit. And you on here, you got the wrong size wheel. Can't get the goddamn, or the tire too big, or whatever the fuck it is. The shit don't work. Bottom line. What you gonna do then? Because all that time you invested is. Now I'm fully aware all that shit can get switched around, and whatever it is can blow the whole goddamn thing up. That's just how it is. We people. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you're dealing with people, you just really don't know what the fuck until you in it. But generally, that's what everybody avoids. Every time I talk about this is like the first thing that come out of my mouth. Excuse me. First thing that come out of my mouth is that's the first thing everybody wanna sweep that under the rug till later. Now, would it be awkward for that shit to be first? Yeah, probably. It probably would be. Just, like I say, you dealing with people. Unless you just got some hard stance on that shit, you meet somebody I done had my fair share of first date bangs. Hey, it happens. Were any of those people I was in a long-term thing with later on? Not that I probably not. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the intention. The intention was that shit right from the start. You know what I'm saying? That was the intention. Shit, we about to get busy. You know? Personally, if I ain't really down with the one night stand. Now, banging on the first night, I don't mind. I would generally like some repeat action after that. Would I bang somebody the first night and not talk to them no more after that? I'm pretty sure I have. I'm thinking, I'm like, have I just done it on purpose? No, but I've done it and lost contact with people just because shit just works like that. Sometimes you might meet somebody and y'all bump uglies and whatnot, and depending on what y'all both doing socially, y'all might just not come back together. There might not been no on purpose type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I met people that I bang on the first goddamn night and we done hung out after that and probably didn't bang again. It happens. Like I said, it fucking happens. You didn't do it for no intention. Now, you know what? I think I did. I had somebody that was quite verbal while we was doing it, and I don't think I talked to her no more on purpose because she was quite verbal, not in a good way. I think she had some mental issues and shit. She was talking. Can't remember exactly what she was saying. It's not some shit that you want to hear while you having sex. I'm just gonna say that. You could insert whatever you think it was in there, but I'm just that's not some shit I wanted to. It's a bunch of that. Yeah, there was a bunch of. I keep saying I say a bunch, but it really wasn't a bunch. I remember one. Was it a? That wasn't a. That wasn't a. Was that a one night thing? It was a chick I met at Chocolate Town. Did I hit that night? I might have. I don't know. Remember seeing her no more than once. I don't know, man. Maybe I seen her twice, once. I don't know. But that was a one-time deal, and that was definitely something that I probably wanted to happen more than once. She was verbal, but it wasn't in no weird way. She was verbal in one of those porn stars that might have talked too much type of deal. Like, really, you really got to do all of that? One of those. But and she wore too much makeup. Her eyebrows all clumped up and shit. It was fine. I ain't give a fuck about no eyebrows. I really didn't give no shits about no eyebrows. I'll tell you that right now. A chick with bad makeup at night, you ain't got to worry about that shit. We going into. I'm fucking with you at night, and we in a room where the lights are off for the most part. The only lights that might be on is the lamp across the room or some, depending on where you go. That black light that they be having on in the fucking rooms and shit. I guess that'll let you know if you're in a cheap ass room or not. Cause I don't think no respectable room these days have a fucking black light in it. I don't mind a black light. Now that I think about it, I might get one for in here. What the fuck my blind ass gonna be doing a black light? I need the whitest fucking light. I really do. But yeah. And it's been people on the other end of that, well, maybe not with morality and financial, but it's been people that you match with personality to where y'all just right there. You know what I'm saying? You just right there. Y'all personality, y'all get along, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Those are the type of people where y'all get together, y'all just hang out, talk, y'all, it's whatever. And it ain't never that interrogation shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never none of that. y'all just talking and blah blah blah. Y'all done got to the point to where y'all hanging out and all kind of shit like that, and ain't none of that shit got nothing to do with it. Ain't so how many kids you got? So how many this day? No, none of that. None. Now I might ask you what side of town you on, because down here in Houston, as we know, your ass can be geographically unattractive. It's just the way the fuck it is. You can look I live right close to the middle of the fucking city. And this is more the fault of a dating app and they little mapping technology or whatever the fuck they got. To where I'm looking on that bitch, it say a motherfuckers in Houston and they is 30 miles away from me. I'm like, okay, I'm right in the middle of the fucking city. How the fuck can you be in Houston and simultaneously 30 miles away from me? Houston is a big ass fucking city, but if you go 30 miles in either direction from me, your ass is not in fucking Houston no more. Matter of fact, you are way out fuck out the city. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can be on one side of the city. You might be on the south side, and then somebody could be 30 miles away from you on the north side or some shit like that. But not from where the fuck I am. I'm right over here just north of downtown. 20 miles down there in any direction would take you out the fucking city. Damn near. I know 25 does. Because if you go 25 that way, you in Katy. You go 25 up north, out west you in Katy, and out up north, 25 miles will put you in Spring, up in that direction. And I know damn well you go southeast, you way out. You done drove in and out other cities at that point. You know what I'm saying? 20 miles east and north of where I am, you done drove out the city limits and probably passed 2 other municipalities. You know? Yeah, but Houston is a big ass city, so you might ask somebody what side of town they on, or because people get that shit mixed up all the time. What side of town you on? I live in, they might say I live in Spring, or they might say north side. I'm on the north side. And then you come to find out they might live in Spring or one of them other. I'm like a lot of times people say I'm on the south side and be like Missouri City. I'm like, if you live in Missouri City, you do not live on the south side. You live south of. There's a difference. Missouri City, as the name would say, is its own goddamn city. You know what I'm saying? You got Fresno, Stafford, Missouri City, and then further along than that, you get into like Sugar Land and Richmond, Roseburg, or whatever the fuck else is down that way. Now that shit is like way the fuck out. But I know Fresno, Stafford, and Missouri City are right there along the goddamn beltway. Once you there, got people walking the street. Yeah, you not in Houston no more. Those people have their own police departments and all kind of. The only way you can get away with that shit if you like in Bel Air, which I still hadn't figured out because Bel Air is its own city inside the city of Houston. They street signs and shit ain't even the fucking same. They got red street signs and shit. The rest of the city is fucking green. Got their own police department and all kind of shit. I still have figured, maybe I can do some research and I'll figure that shit out, but I ain't that goddamn interested. I just know that Bel Air is in the middle of fucking Houston, but it's his own fucking city. My butt hurting from sitting there. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, but that might be the only thing I would ask you. As far as asking questions and shit like that is, what side of town you on? Because like I say, my travel radius is short. You know what I'm saying? My travel radius is short. My travel radius will keep my ass inside the 610 loop. Anything outside of that, I might not be able to make it. Maybe inside the Beltway if some freaky shit about to go on inside. Outside the Beltway, you gotta come and pick me up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come pick me up, shit. That is too much. But yeah, that's my that's all I wrote down with just these 4 things, right? Yeah, that's my little spiel on the 4 wheels. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I done did this video before. And that's what I look for Well, that's what I look to establish. I don't look for shit. That's what I look to establish when I run across somebody before people start talking about relationships long term and before they start getting in all their fairy tale bullshit about what they want and all the other shit. And that's my shit right there. Physical compatibility. That includes my genitals and my fucking eyes, goddammit. Even though I'm blind as shit. You still can't be ugly. God damn it. Personality, we gotta fucking be able to get along. We gotta be able to spend time with each other and not piss each other off all the goddamn time. And financial, you can't be affecting my pockets. Whatever the fuck you got going on is your business, but you can't be fucking with mine. And then morality. We just gotta know that we ain't dealing with like some nuts or some crazy folks out here. That's gonna probably get your ass in some kind of trouble, or you know, what's that? Besides run, you make sure you ain't fucking with no Trump supporter or some shit like that. And I don't mind Trump supporters. That's just I don't mind Trump supporters, but it ain't no worse than any other supporters because I don't really take a side in that shit. Goddamn fly. What the fuck? I don't really take a side with all that shit, but you know, the Trump supporters get a bad rap. Probably for good reason. But I done seen everybody I done seen a lot of people on both sides of all that shit do some stupid ass shit to where I know to just keep my head out of that bag. That don't make sense, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, but you gotta make sure, like I say, the whole morality and all that, you gotta make sure somewhere down the line of where people kind of stand, you know what I'm saying, because that shit can, you know, fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Just like I probably should have went over this in the morality part, is when it comes to a bunch of the stuff we got going on these days about the whole rainbow thing, the LGBT. It's all jacked up into one fucking group of fucking letters or whatnot. But all of that, you know, you might get somebody who's passionate about that shit. You know, and you get me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I give fucks about that about as much as I give fucks about pro-black and pro-white. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know that a lot of stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? I know that I run across headlines every once in a while, and I know everybody want they rights and all this other kind of stuff. And I've run across and interacted with enough gay, trans people to where I can be sympathetic to that shit. But at the end of the day, it ain't got shit to do with me. And I'm one of them people who minds my own goddamn business. If somebody came to my door and was, you know, asking for my support, I would be like, no, thank you. I am not involved in that shit. Same thing, some people come to my door with some black shit. Sorry, but I am not involved in that shit. No. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. I ain't never been one of those people. Like when I was at the shop with my dad, and I worked the counter, and people come in there with that black shit. I like to support my black businesses. I don't give a fuck what you like to support. You want something from here, you give me money, we give you that something. I don't need all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it about supporting your black businesses and all this other shit. I don't want to hear it. Now, if I'm in a position, or now I ain't even saying position, if I'm in a situation where I gotta go somewhere and I see a black business and a other business, and that other business got what I want, that's where the fuck I'm going. It ain't gonna be because they black, it's gonna be because that's what they got more what I want. Now every once in a while I'll give, you know, black folks a try, and you know, it's like at a restaurant that was around the goddamn corner over there that's got some Asian folks in it now. There was Asian folks in it before, then there was some Mexicans, then there was some Asian folks in it before, because that guy that owned that spot over there was Asian dude. I don't know which Asian, but he's Asian. He's not Indian Asian. He's Oriental. He ain't supposed to say that. Whatever. He's, you know, he's the other Asian. The Asian you think about when you say Asian, goddamn it. I don't know which one, because he gave me some Vietnamese money one time. And I don't think he's Vietnamese. I just know. And we call him Pop. So I don't even know I don't even know his name. But anyway, when it was black folks over there, I ain't gonna say their food was bad, but the way that the business was ran was so they was only in there for about a month or so before they was out. And then there was more Asian folks in there. And they got the signs up and there's people in and up out of there. This is, you know, I'm like, the fuck? So yeah, a lot of people might get irritated with you about that. That's the whole morality part with this. You know, you with somebody, I mean, not even as a couple, but you just with somebody, y'all hanging out with them, and they might want to go to, well, you know what, you go over there, you try them people out, I'm finna go over here and get what the fuck I want. I don't know what's over there. You know what I'm saying? Would you want to go into this fried chicken place, run by the colored folks? Not that anything wrong with it, but you want to go over there? Or I'm gonna go to Popeyes. First of all, I'm like, well, what the prices look like? What the prices look like? But I might, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go to fucking Popeyes. I know what I'm getting, goddammit. Because, you know what you're getting. You go to Popeyes. You go to other restaurants to get fried chicken. You know, you might get some shit like you get from the Chinese places that sell like chicken wings and shit like that. Chicken wings be all rubbery and shit. I'm like, how the fuck you fry this shit? You know, rubbery, all soggy fried ass shit. It's like when I go to Frenchie's. Same shit. When I go to a regular ass chain fried chicken restaurant, or when I go to Frenchie's, I'm going to the chain. I'm fuck Frenchie's. Frenchie's is fucking gross. It is. And I've eaten plenty of Frenchie's. It's just like if I got a fucking choice, man. And I've gone to French's where I've liked the chicken, but it's not guaranteed that's what you're gonna get. It was just like, man, y'all grease ain't hot enough for some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be thinking when I get, you know, I go to Popeyes or Church's, you get your chicken, you just tear it apart and eat it. You go over there, man, like goddamn, you trying to pull the meat off and this shit is tough and shit. I'm like, goddamn, man. I need y'all to go get y'all fried chicken lesson. Then once every blue moon, you might get lucky and get some chicken that's actually crispy and not all rubbery and shit. Everybody know what I'm talking about because everybody know when they go somewhere, they be like, I want my shit fried hard. Everybody know what the fuck that mean. Everybody know what the fuck I fried hard mean. I want my chicken wings fried hard. That's why you hear it on the Fuji's app. Motherfuckers say, I want my chicken wings fried hard. I'm like, shit, it ain't just down here. Motherfuckers is up there serving soggy wings in fucking New York too. Shit. Apparently. Turn it fried hard, motherfucker. That means leave my shit in there another 6 or 7 minutes. I don't give a fuck if it's burnt a little bit. I burn all my food, goddammit. I do. I have a fear of fucking undercooked food. Man. But anyway, I think the fried chicken that went over the top, and I'm done talking about morality and my 4 wheels for the day. So I will catch y'all on the next video.